Hey guys, welcome back to Vlogz and Frogz. Now we're out here on some secret intel we were given. Now, what we're looking for is a very secret marsupial creature. And it looks like we found him. He should be in here. Our only mission is to get in and find him. Okay, hey guys, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to sneak in here. And we're trying to find this little animal. Excuse me. We gotta keep our eyes out. It's very small, very fragile, so it could be anywhere. Where? Wow. Alright guys, so here he is. The one and only Gizmo. Now, obviously he is a he. Now what he is a sugar glider, which is this cute little thing right here. Now, they get their names because, for one, they like to eat sweet sugary things like the nectar and plants from trees and the flowers. Now, they get their names glider from this little gliding membrane right here that helps them glide from treetop to treetop as they live their arboreal life. He is native to Australia, Tasmania, and even Indonesia. They usually like it extremely hot, like I'd say about 80, 85 degrees. So they don't really make the best pets. He came here from a teacher at our school. There was a previous owner who just couldn't take care of him anymore. And originally he stayed in the classroom for a little bit, but I realized a lot of people kept harassing him, touching him a lot, and getting all up in his business during the day, when he should be asleep since he's nocturnal, which means he's active at night. We tried to find him a permanent home, and it took a little bit, but we finally found him a permanent home here with Kendall. So now he's got a good old friend that he can live with.
Hello, my name is Dr. Stone, and I don't recommend sugar gliders as pets because where they are native to, it's super hot, and most people don't like to live in a sauna. Second off, they're nocturnal, so at nighttime they're most active, which I assume some of you would be sleeping. If you must get a sugar glider as a pet, then make sure you keep them in pairs of the same sex, or get them in groups with a ratio of more females than males. Now, thank you for tuning in to Vlogs and Frogz Facts.
As you can tell, they're pretty active. In the wild, they usually associate and run with groups of about 7 to 10 of them, and there's usually one alpha male. And that alpha male has a scent gland right on the top of his head and on his chest. And what he does is he uses those scents to mark the other members of his group, so that if an outsider were to come in and try to mate with one of his females or something, he'd be able to go teach him a lesson and show him that he's not the one to be messing with. Now, when these little creatures are first born, they start out, of course, in their mother's bellies. Now, for a sugar glider, that gestation period is only about 16 days, which means that little baby marsupial is only in their mom's womb for 16 days. That's just a little more than 2 weeks. And then after that, when they're first born, they're actually about the size of a grain of rice. Yes, they're that small. And then after that, what happens is the mother then begins to raise that young joey, since all marsupials' youngs are classified as joeys. She raises that joey in her pouch, because marsupials also have pouches where they raise their young, such as kangaroos and koalas and wombats. So actually, the sugar glider is more closely related to a koala and a kangaroo than it is to something like, say, the flying squirrel that everyone seems to get sugar gliders confused with. While they do have those glands that assist them in flying and gliding from treetop to treetop out there in the wild, they are actually very different in many ways, such as one being a marsupial. Now, the females have an estrous cycle of about 29 days. So when the female goes into heat and is ready to find a mate, they have about 29 days to find a mate to be able to have a young joey. In the wild, averagely, one of these joeys will grow up and live a life of about 14 years. So these creatures are omnivorous creatures, which means they like to eat a mixture of things like plants and nuts and flowers, along with mealworms and little insects. So they like to have a very varied diet. Now they'll eat things like, one of Gizmo's favorite here is the good old-fashioned almond. And he also enjoys those little mealworms, which I personally am not too big of a fan of. But him, on the other hand, he's a big fan. And with food, obviously, they like to drink water. Now, when it comes to keeping a sugar glider as a pet, they actually would do better if you give them bottled water, purified water. Because there are certain things, like high amounts of fluoride and stuff in our tap water, that a big animal like a dog could handle drinking. But since he's so small, some of the stuff that's good for us actually isn't so good for him, and it could do him some real harm and could possibly even kill him. So we play it safe and we give him purified bottled water because he likes it clean. Okay guys, so I gotta get out of here. I gotta try to find my way out of here before I get caught. So I guess I'll see you next time.
Who's in there?
Gotta go. Whoa.
Hey, who's in there?